Chapter 26. Elisa's eyes were red, rimmed, and her cheeks were blotchy when she showed up in the makeup room a half hour before her time. Honey, cried Doris, rushing over and putting her arms around Elisa. What's wrong? What happened? Oh, Doris, Elisa whispered. Remember that girl I told you was writing me? The one with cancer? Well, she died. The tears began to flow again. As she held onto Elisa, Doris, ever professional, glanced up at the wall clock. There was a lot of work to do in a relatively short time if Elisa was going to look decent on television tonight. Here, sweetie, sit down. Doris calmly guided the anchorman to the chair. As she listened to Elisa's story about Sarah Morton's father's calling canceling the meeting, Doris went to the mini refrigerator under the corner and pulled out an ice pack. It was imperative they get that ice swelling down. Elisa leaned her skull back against the headrest, and Doris squeezed drops of benzene into the anchorman woman's troubled eyes. Closing her heavy lids, Elisa felt the shooting cold of the frozen blue ice mask. She sat quietly for a few moments while Doris cloaked over her and massaged her neck and shoulders, wondering why she was taking this so hard. Elisa hadn't even met Sarah Morton. You've got a lot on your plate right now, Elisa, said Doris gently. Everything will work out, you'll see. Elisa reached back to pat Doris' arm, knowing full well that Sarah was dead. Sarah's death wasn't the only thing that had pulled her into such a state. Hearing about the tragedy had just pushed it over the top. It brought up all the old memories of John's death and struck the most terror-filled chord of all, the fear of losing her own Jenny. With everything going on in Elisa's life right now, she was vulnerable and she knew it. Tonight, they wouldn't be able to get away with merely airbrushing Elisa's beautiful skin. More corrective measures will be necessary. Doris expertly dabbed at each dark pink blotch that scattered across Elisa's face, and then smoothed a creamy foundation to even things out. Blush and powder followed. With the eyes, she took even more special care. The ice pack and benzene had only been able to do so much. Doris brushed taupe eyeshadow over Elisa's lids and outlined them with a fine aubergine eyeliner. The plum color made the blue of Elisa's eyes pop out, taking attention away from the bloodshot white Elisa's part. She applied a darker brown powder along the orbs to give the eyes depth and drama. On the middle of the eyelids, Doris defied the general rule among makeup artists not to use sparkle on television, ever so lightly brushing on a bit of shiny light peach glitter and thereby adding warmth and life to Elisa's tired eyes. God, Doris, you deserve an Emmy for the job you did tonight, Elisa said in wonderment as she looked at the final result of Doris' labor in the brightly lit mirror that covered the wall in front of them. Elisa rose terribly from the chair and kissed Doris on the cheek. Careful not to smudge the lipstick Doris had so painstakingly painted. Elisa squared back her shoulders and stood erect. In a half hour she could go home and gather Jenny in her arms.